Okay, so guys, welcome to another section. And in this section, I'm working on a project, so I feel like I should do a video of it so that we can also get to learn because in this age you have to keep refining, keep learning, and keep upgrading yourself. So right here is you know me interacting with AI. So I said I'm working on this study, and this is the title of the study actually. The role of customer experience in um, marketing outcome of a firm, I should say. So a case study of Precept Credit System Limited. I think the company has now changed to Credit Wallet. So I liked the themes and research gap for me to explore. So I did that, and it came up with this. It didn't show me. Then I said, okay, all right, show me the comprehensive research guide. And it says it has. Then it showed me the guide. Let me see if I can see open it. No, let me see if I can see open it. Okay, so it showed me the guide. I look at the guide. I saw that it was too descriptive, and because it's a master's project, and the school that is involved uh, mostly tilt towards the need to do correlation or regression, inferential statistics, inferential analysis to be precise. So, in that sense, I now said, can you possibly redraft the research question to make it okay? Not typographic error, but AI understand anyway. To make it more analytical for correlation analysis rather than being descriptive, and it updated it for me, and I have this. I'm unable to open it still. That's Gemini doing his own jargons. Okay, so when he did that, the only difference between that and this, okay, so it asked me that would I like to use like it scale question to test the hypothesis, which obviously is the most referred um, style for questionnaire. Using measures for questionnaire is the most referred, even up to PhD level. So then I said yes, like I want to use like it square. So then I said okay, since I want to use like it square scale rather, then it came up with something like this. This is not what they came up with intentionally, initially rather. So then, uh, but it's the same thing. The only difference is that in the research framework, there was a mediating variable, and that led to the research question, objective question and hypothesis to be five, and I only want to work on four. So then I discussed with it. I said I only want to pick four research objective. Okay, this is another type of error. I'm suggesting we remove so why am I'm chatting with Gemini this way is because I'm taking it as an assistance. So rather than it fully replacing my whole self of thinking, this is another best way to use AI. And obviously, before I could interact with it like that, I have what's it called? I have understand what I want to do. So, and in the video that I did earlier, it was I explained that LLM language model like this, the LLM model like ChatGPT, Gemini, is at best you interact, you have conversation with them, you know, you question, even if it's on something that you don't know before. So you question, you ask. When you ask question, when they give you feedback, you read, then they give you an idea of what you're doing, and that is what I did exactly. I read it, I saw that it's there was a mediating factor, which is also a very good way to but just for my own personal preference, in a bit to make the work more easier for me, rather than letting it to be too lengthy. So I read it and I'm like, okay, we can remove this one now, this mediating factor. So or variable. So then I suggested it to you that okay, I want to remove the number five research question because it was the number five that was indicating mediating factor. And I said, and follow suit with research question and hypothesis, because obviously once our objectives change, the question and hypothesis will also change. Although there are some situations where in the research objective, there will be a descriptive form of question where there won't be need for inferential analysis. It should just be pure descriptive. But by the time you are now getting to hypothesis, hypothesis does not test descriptive. Basically, test inferentials. Inferential statistics is what is used to test. Inferential analysis is what is used to test hypothesis. So hypothesis does not, in most cases that I've known, I mean, they don't they don't you can't they don't really test descriptives as such. When even if they do, then your analysis will have to be pure descriptive. Then you have to be measuring the average, then the pattern, so the standard deviation of this word. Basically, uh, form of analysis that fall under descriptive analysis, or what is referred to as central tendencies. But anything other than that, hypothesis, basically inferential statistics or analysis rather, is what is used to test hypothesis. So in that sense, I said, and also I should also put a caveat that it depends on the school or your supervisor. So, but for this particular one, the supervisor or the school mostly treats towards inferential statistics for the test of hypothesis. So then I said I would suggest remove the research question number 5 and follow suit with research questions and hypotheses, which it did. So that was when and I have this. So with this, it has already removed the research, the mediating variable, or factor, so it has removed it and consolidated to just be one. So with this now, it already give us a guide to the whole research, the introduction, which is the background of study, it says okay. Then it went further to give us core literature. That means when I get to chapter 2, these are the concepts I want to research on. So don't be need to be for me to start. So just go straight, because if I didn't do it like this, I could get to chapter 2 and start saying concept of customer experience or digital this thing, or start breaking down one after the other. So now it's occurring to me that I relatively don't need that anymore, because it's everywhere. So what is central to the to the topic is what I'll be focusing on. So for chapter 2, I'll just start with concept of digital customer experience, which is our dependent variable, if I'm not mistaken, the relationship, marketing, and customer trust. So I can choose to talk on because these two concepts are this concept are two different concepts. Then I can now say, okay, relationship, then talk on the two, how they both relate together. Then marketing outcome in financial services, talk on that also. Then now, exactly, it gave us the research gap also, which is as a result of the initial prompts that I give it right here. Other prompts that I interact with it was just to refine it. So then it says was this thing trust, then mobile literacy here as a moderator, then build our conceptual framework, independent variable, then dependent variable, how they both relate to each other. So then with this, it already tells me that. So with this, it already tells me that the objective will be testing this. I mean, this against this against this against this, and this against this. Then it went further to research objective, question and hypothesis. And as you can see, evaluating the relationship between digital usability of credit wallet platform and customer satisfaction. So you can see, you know, digital usability, customer satisfaction. Digital usability, customer satisfaction. You can see. So the same thing follows suit all across. You can see that they now everything linked together. This conceptual framework is also in our chapter 2. But one of the things that is missing here is the theory that um, that supports this research. And off my head, not off my head, but um, what is the English now? But basically, if I'm to suggest a theory based off my knowledge, I would say we would have something like we could have something like relationship marketing theory. We could have something like uh, I'm careful to say resource based view, you know, um, and some other theory as such, So we could have technology adoption theory, something like TAM, technology adoption model, theory. So, but I would further research on that. So, then it drafts a research question immediately that would help to achieve the objective, and yet they are, down to, So, what I just did was just to copy this and put it on Microsoft Word. Now, for the theory, now I could say, but I don't want to do that yet. So the next thing that I will now do is to so I already have the journal downloaded, so I will just pick this journal. Okay, so let me interact with the AI once again. I say, okay, I have downloaded this journals. It's used to write journals used to write the background to study. The journal. It cohesive, strong background. Okay, is that now Gemini? Okay, I think that's network. Come here. Okay, so this is me interacting with the AI again, saying that I have uh, downloaded some journal to use to write the background to study passage for this academic research study. I need you to write a strong background to study passage for this research study, right? So let's see. So it's probably going to tell me to upload the journal, So let me quickly fetch for the journal. So here they are, and let me also fetch for the prompt to use. Okay, so before I fetch for the prompt, I observe something. So because of the way I was interacting with it, so obviously some of the prompts that I would have give it to instruct it or guide it, it has already worked with it, and it even went further to write the background to study without me dropping the journal on it. And I started questioning it. I said, are some of these authors not hallucinated? So and it came back and tell me, oh, because I have not uploaded journal, and he's already writing on his own. He said, oh, they are 100% real and highly cited, and mentioned them, So of course, I know some of them. I know this guy. I've come across this guy many times. I know this guy also. This one talks about service quality. This one also talks about one particular thing in management. I know this guy. I know this guy. I know this guy. I know this guy. I know all of that. So, but yet I still wanted to work on the journal that I've downloaded. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to copy this. This is the one it drafted on its own. I'm going to copy this. Why am I copying it? It might still be very useful for me at the time I'm going through it, or doing my own editing. So I'm going to drop the journal right away. So yeah, something like this. Okay. Use this journal. And sound robotic. Use academics. Write it down. Okay. Use theoretical, identical, narrative in citation style, in text citation. Okay. All the rights rented citation. Coming. Okay, so I have copied some things from the default prompt, which is you should crawl into the journal article uploaded, cite the author in the journal with relevant and the author of the journal itself. Ensure all journal reference currently use parental and narrative in text citation, and use this journal and do not sound robotic. Use academics writing style. So there's one more thing I want to instruct you to do, which is coming. Okay, the next thing I want to tell you to do is to when it's referencing the authors at first instance, if the author are more than one, you should cite all the author involved and subsequently use et al, because that's the right way to use et al. And some supervisor take note of that. If you use et al without citing all the author at the first instance of your citation, some will bounce it back. So we don't want to take chances of such. So and let me send it now and let's see what our outcome will look like. Okay, so we now have something much more better, and we have a reference list. So yeah, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'll have it on video also, so we get to see, which is the statement of problem. By the time we are done with that, we already have our objective. Remember, if I let me do that right away, so I'll just say, okay, yeah, it's saying, okay, the Baron chapter is now academic robust and perfect method. Would you like to proceed to chapter 2, literature review, or begin drafting? I would say drafting this. So let's see. And then you can see. And once I'm done with this, we are good because we already have our objectives, question, and hypothesis. So the rest is just significant and the like. So in that case, I'll put an end to these videos. I just needed to show you guys how I interact with AI, and get the best out of it. So it's not just about prompting, it's also a function of you know what you really want to do. Then when you know what you want to do, the better you'll be able to prompt your AI. If this statement of problem is much, I could tell it to just make this statement of problem to be more coherent and cohesive. Okay, so I'll be stopping this video soon. I just want to readjust the statement of problem. That was too much. We don't need stories. We already have most of those stories in our introduction or a background study passage. We just want a statement of problem that can easily be glanced through and reader will understand that okay, this is the problem we are investigating into. So that's it, and see you guys some other time.